Hello everyone. Let's begin with a walkthrough of our application today. As you can see from the screen, once the app is open, the users will be greeted with a beautiful landing page which shows the app title and a description that will explain how the game is going to work. And then the users can click Let's Begin button to start the game. Let's click on it. In this app, players compete across 3 rounds, each representing a different dish type: appetizer, main course, and dessert. In each round, players make the key decisions in 3 categories: ingredients, cooking style, and presentation, which will impact their final scores. Each choice influences points in areas like flavor, creativity, and visual appeal, and a panel of 3 judges, each with unique preferences, scores each dish based on their categories. At the end of each round, the combined score across all the rounds determines the player's final ranking and ultimately decides if they become the Kitchen Showdown champion. During the game round, random events will happen, that is, simulating real life incidents that could happen in a kitchen, like you overcook the chicken or you put too much salt, that could affect the scores negatively or maybe even positively, resulting a decrease or increase in your final scores. Let's see the app in action. We have the welcome page. I'll click on the let's begin and I have to choose one of the ingredients for the first round. I choose grilling as my technique, and for presentation style I'll choose playful. Okay, I got some scores. My dish was slightly overcooked, and this is the scores I got. I click on the next round. I choose lamb. I want to poach it, and I have classic presentation. This time it was still overcooked. I got a little bit of points here, and I will choose for my dessert. I'll choose chocolate, molecular, and a bold approach, and it still was slightly cooked. And let's see the final results. You can click on play again. That's how the app works. Now let's dive into the code. The lib folder contains all the components, views, and Hive configuration and related files, and the main.dart file that needed for the app's logic. We have an assets folder which contains the different images that we use on the app, the phone files, and the CSV files for the data. The pubspec.yaml file have all the dependencies and dev dependencies that we needed for the app, and it also contains the configuration to look at where to look at the assets and the fonts. As you can see, we are including the whole images folder and the data folder for the assets, and we also have all the fonts imported and the different font sizes for that. We have the dependencies defined here. We are using Hive for the database. It's a NoSQL database. We are using the CSV package to parse the CSV files, and we are using the carousel slider for the the swipeable slider for the users to choose the options from. And we also have a collection package which helps with manipulating list. Now let's look at the views folder. This folder contains all the different screens. Hive configs initialize the Hive database and registers all the boxes. We have an initialize function that will register the three databases that we need, and we have a function to close all the dispose all the databases if we need it. All the CRUD operations for each database are defined in the respective repositories. We have a components folder which contains the option card, which is this black card that we see displayed in the carousel, and the scorecard, which is this scorecard that we see in the end of each round. So we put the reusable components inside the components folder. Let's look at the main.dart file. In the main function, we'll load the CSVs and add the data into the Hive data table, a Hive database using these two helper functions, and we will trigger the run app to run with the my app widget. My app is a stateless widget that returns a material app widget with some configurations and some routes for the pages that we need. Once we click on the Let's Begin button, it will then load the game round dot file, which is the game round view. We can we do all the calculations for the game's logic here. When user clicks on it, it will the game round dot file is where we have all the game logic. This is a stateful widget because we are keeping track of the user choices in states. So we initialize all the states using the um, we init state with the current node and then loop through each of the game data and progress to the decision map based on the user selection. We use a show dialog method to display the dialog box with the scorecard at the end, which uses a scorecard component from the components folder. And once you click on the next round, it will reset the current node and the respective states, and remove the current round selections. Reset the current round selections data key value pair to store the next round's data. And if we already passed through all three rounds, it will push the results page. In the final results page, it's a stateless widget. We don't need to track any user interactions here, so we just need to calculate the total scores. We have a calculate total score function here, which returns the total score for each judge for all the rounds, and then we'll calculate the grand scores here, grand total score here, and then we'll display the total using similar UI with a different background image. And that's my presentation. Thank you.